hidden monsters from deep lakes to stormy seas. These dark water bodies are as mysterious as our vast universe.
A mystery creature washes up on a South Georgia beach and it has everyone scratching their head.
Oh my God! What is that? Did you get that? Tell me you got that.
From legendary sightings to peculiar encounters, get ready for the most shocking creatures that no one can explain.
Oh my God!
To co mówiłem, jaki zajebisty. To się chyba nazywa trumpet fish, czy coś takiego?
On a sunny day by the river, a fisherman was excited to try his luck. He attached a small bait to his fishing rod and cast the line into the water. Little did he know, something strange was waiting beneath the surface. After a while, the fisherman felt a tug on his line. At first, he thought he had caught a stick, but as he reeled it in, he saw something unusual. It had a long, thin body like a stick, but with a fish-like tail and fins near the end. The fisherman was amazed when he realized he had caught a rare trumpet fish. Excited by his unusual catch, the fisherman carefully took the trumpet fish home. He placed it in his private aquarium, where it became the star attraction.
30 razy. Ja pierniczę, jaki świet.
Diving lech.
Oh my God!
Tourists at a beach got a big surprise when they suddenly saw ripples in the water. Soon, a strange creature jumped out. It looked like a monster with 4 fin-like hands and a fish tail. People called it a diving lech. The creature seemed scared, as if it had seen something even scarier in the water. After the excitement, the tourists told the beach authorities what they saw. To keep everyone safe, a warning sign was put up telling people not to get too close to the water. Everyone wondered what could have frightened such a strange sea monster. Emerging terror. One day at a peaceful lake, something weird happened. The calm water suddenly started moving in strange circles, like something big was swimming just below the surface. It looked like a monster was about to come out of the water. The ripples got bigger and bigger, making it seem like a huge creature was moving around down there. But before anything could appear, the person watching got too scared and ran away. No one ever found out what was making those weird ripples in the lake. Was it really a monster or just a big fish? The lake kept its secret. Real mermaid. A group of fishermen heard stories about a mermaid living in a nearby river. Excited, they planned a special trip to catch this magical creature. With their nets ready, the fishermen set out on their boat. After hours of searching, they finally caught something big in their nets. Hearts racing, they tried to pull it up, thinking they'd captured the mermaid at last. But that mermaid was just too clever. Just as they were about to see her, she wriggled free from the nets and dove deep into the water. The fishermen watched in amazement as she swam away, her tail flashing in the sunlight. Their mission had failed, but they'd never forget their close encounter with a real mermaid. Mud beast. An investigator from Strange Evidence TV was exploring the swamps of Australia on a hot afternoon. Suddenly, she saw something weird moving in the muddy water. At first, she thought it was just a log, but as she looked closer, she saw a strange head unlike any animal she knew. The investigator remembered stories about the bunyip, a scary creature from Aboriginal tales. She quickly took some photos and then ran away. Some people didn't believe her, but others got scared. Soon, more people came looking for the bunyip. The old legend came back to life, and everyone wondered what other secrets that swamp was hiding. Ocean cryptid. In the evening, a man saw something very strange in the ocean. It looked like an alien with arms and legs, but didn't swim like normal sea animals. Instead of swimming, this weird creature jumped through the water to move around. Maybe it was just playing and showing off its tricks in the calm sea. The man who saw it said it looked just like an alien from outer space. No one knows what this mysterious ocean jumper really was. It disappeared before anyone else could see it, leaving behind a big mystery. People wondered if it was a new kind of sea animal, or maybe even a visitor from another world. Beach monster. On a quiet day at Tinmouth Haven Beach, a local got one unexpected surprise. He saw something strange in the water. A weird creature appeared, half hidden beneath the waves. Its body, almost 10 inches in length, was just visible above the surface. The man couldn't believe his eyes. Could this be the famous Loch Ness Monster, so far from its Scottish home? Before he could get a better look, that creature vanished deeper into the depths. Had it really been Nessie, or some new, undiscovered monster? Mysterious sea creature.
For hundreds of years, visitors to Scotland's Loch Ness have sworn that they have seen a monster coming up from the depths. Now the question is, has Nessie come to the United States?
For years, people have talked about seeing the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland. Now, something similar was spotted off the coast of North Carolina. A journalist went to investigate after hearing about many sightings. They saw a giant creature come up from the sea for just a second or two. It looked like a dinosaur. People got excited, thinking it might be a real sea monster. But a wildlife expert later explained that when people see something strange, their imaginations can make it seem bigger and scarier. The mystery was solved, but it was still an exciting adventure.
Animals coming to the surface for only a second or two. And they see, what did I see? And they see it a second or two. And all of a sudden their imagination starts getting bigger and bigger. And all of a sudden, it's the Loch Ness Monster. Not any kind of monster.
Mystery solved.
Baby Loch Ness. In a small town in the Philippines, a security guard got a big shock when he opened his register. There, stuck to a page, was a tiny creature that looked like a baby Loch Ness Monster. The guard called his neighbors, and soon the whole village came to see. The little creature looked like a mix between a lizard and a snake. Everyone was amazed and took lots of pictures. Being kind, the guard carefully picked up the small creature. He decided the best thing to do was to put it in the nearby river. As he watched it swim away, he wondered if he just helped a legendary monster find its way home. Mana Station. In Satellite Beach, Florida, something amazing happened. Hundreds of manatees crowded into a canal off DeSoto Parkway, drawing curious onlookers. The gentle sea cows were trying to stay warm. When the Indian River Lagoon gets too cold, manatees search for warmer spots like power plants, hot springs, and canals. The DeSoto Canal became a cozy hangout for these chubby swimmers. While it was exciting to see so many manatees, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission warned people to keep their distance. Boats and curious humans might scare the manatees away from their warm shelter, putting them at risk in the cold water. Everyone hoped the manatees would stay safe in their canal haven. Monster of Black Sea. In 2023, a family's boating trip in the Black Sea turned into an adventure. They saw two strange sea creatures that looked like long-necked dinosaurs swimming in the water. These creatures actually looked like plesiosaurs, sometimes called the kings of the Black Sea. Though they look scary, these ancient-looking animals are harmless to humans. After a few moments, the loop plesiosaurus dove back underwater. The family was thrilled to have seen such a rare and impressive animal. Their simple boat trip became an unforgettable memory. Croczilla. A boat ride near Port Blair, India turned into a heart-pounding adventure. What looked like a small island was actually a massive 25-foot crocodile. This enormous reptile, nicknamed the Port Blair Giant, shocked everyone on the boat. Its huge size made it look like something from a monster movie. The tourists were so scared, they sped away as fast as they could. After this scary encounter, local authorities warned other visitors to be careful when boating in the area. They didn't want anyone else to come face to face with the giant croc. The Port Blair Giant became famous, making people wonder what other giant creatures might be hiding. Crabby Finster. A fisherman got a big surprise while out on the river. A strange little creature suddenly jumped onto his boat. At first, he thought it was just a small fish, but when he looked closer, he saw it was part fish, part crab, a weird mix of both. The fisherman tried to put it back in the water, but the stubborn creature wouldn't go. Not knowing what else to do, he put the odd little animal in his fish cooler and took it to the aquarium museum. The people there were amazed by the strange creature. They decided to keep it and named it Crabby Finster. Monster crab. Beachgoers in Russia got a big surprise when they saw a giant crab washed up on their shore. A few days later, 2 more huge crabs appeared on a beach in Tasmania. These weren't ordinary crabs. They were spiky and much bigger than usual. People were amazed and a bit scared to see such large creatures climbing up the beach stairs. Everyone wondered why these monster crabs were coming out of the sea. Were they trying to warn us about something? The beach authorities quickly moved the crabs away to keep the people safe. Alien hand. A fisherman was relaxing in his home near a riverside when he saw something strange. A small, creepy hand with weird bumps came out of a hole in the wall. It looked like an alien hand. Feeling nervous, the fisherman held out some food. The strange hand grabbed it and disappeared back into the hole. But suddenly, a face popped out. It was an otter, but its hand still looked weird, kinda like a mutant alien. Sea serpent. One day, a man relaxing by a river saw strange waves near the shore. To his surprise, an enormous snake-like creature appeared, slithering through the water. He knew right away he'd seen a real sea serpent. A few days later, sunbathers on a beach also got a big shock. A massive sea serpent appeared in the water, heading straight for the shore. Everyone ran away in panic. The beach was quickly closed to keep people safe from the giant creature. Jormungandr. A scary sight shocked people near a river. They saw the huge sea serpent known as Jormungandr, the Midgard serpent from the old stories. This giant snake was so long, people couldn't see where it ended. Its scaly body moved through the water, making big waves. After a few seconds, the mighty Jormungandr disappeared back into the deep water. People ran away, not wanting to be near such a dangerous creature. They came across a real monster from ancient tales. So, you better be careful. Plesiosaurus.
There's this great giant gecko in the water. Look at that thing.
On a rocky beach, tourists got an amazing surprise. At first, they thought they saw a huge turtle in the water, but one person realized it was actually a plesiosaurus, a dinosaur from long ago. The plesiosaurus poked its head out of the water. It opened and closed its mouth, almost like it was saying hello to the excited people on the shore. Everyone watched in wonder, seeing a real dinosaur right in front of them. But the magical moment didn't last for long. Before anyone could take a picture, that friendly plesiosaurus dipped back under the waves and swam away. Grass monster. One day, in a pond, a man saw what looked like a big clump of grass, but then it started moving like a snake. That grass monster rose out of the water, scaring the man so much he ran away. Later, in Glenmore Park, a worker found something weird in a muddy hole. He started pulling, and it was like a long, grassy rope coming out of the ground. When he got it all out, he called wildlife experts. They came and took the giant grass creature away to study it. You never know what secrets they're really holding. Champy. In Lake Champlain, shared by New York and Vermont, there's a legend about a monster nicknamed Champy. Some think it's just a story, but others believe it might be real. One day, a fisherman got a big surprise out there. While out on the lake, he saw part of a huge sea serpent in the water. It looked like it might even be a relative of the ancient plesiosaurs. That scared fisherman quickly turned his boat around and raced back to the shore. When he told everyone what he saw, the local authorities closed the lake to fishing. Is this the proof of Champy believers have been waiting for? Or is it just another chapter in the lake's long history of tall tales? Loch Ness hunting. A boat captain in a marina saw something strange in the water. It was partly underwater, making ripples all around it. The creature seemed stuck in one spot like it was hunting for food. The captain realized he might be looking at the famous Loch Ness Monster. He quickly told the team of fishermen about his amazing sight. They decided to try and catch the rare creature, but when the fishermen arrived, that mysterious animal was gone. Some wondered if it was really the Loch Ness Monster, or maybe even a giant shark called a megalodon. The captain's exciting story became the talk of the marina. Megalodon. On November 20th, 2012, something incredible happened off the Brazilian coast. Fishermen were busy catching fish when a huge creature swam by. They didn't notice, but a camera above them caught it all. The giant creature looked like a megalodon, an enormous ancient shark thought to be extinct. Its big fins cut through the water as it passed. Since then, people have reported seeing similar giant creatures in coastal areas. Marine authorities are worried these encounters could be dangerous for humans. They're making plans to keep people safe if more of these possible megalodons show up in the oceans. Deceased dino. A family was enjoying a picnic by the lake when their children spotted something weird. Near the shore lay a strange, dead creature. Everyone gathered around to look. It seemed like it could be a dinosaur with its mouth open wide. The creature must have been there for a long time because its skin was falling apart. The family called for help, and soon experts came to take the mysterious body away. Now, scientists are studying it to figure out what kind of animal it was and how it ended up in the lake. Ogopogo. During a train ride in Vancouver, Canada, a girl saw a massive creature while she was swimming upstream in a nearby lake. She realized it might just be the legendary Ogopogo, a monster said to live in Canadian lakes. The creature slowly rose from the water, looking like the Loch Ness Monster or a giant snake. Shocked by what she saw, the girl quickly went back to her seat. Later, she posted about her incredible sighting online. It was undeniable that Ogopogo was real, and her discovery changed the world forever. Amazon monster. Fishermen on the Kalimantan River got a big scare. They saw something that looked like a monster from the Amazon hiding in their waters. As they sailed along, they spotted a huge snake in the river. Now, this wasn't just any snake. It was gigantic. Its scales were as big as dinner plates shining in the sun. The snake was so long, the fishermen couldn't see where it ended. Terrified, the anglers quickly turned their boats around. They didn't want to get any closer to this massive creature. News spread fast, and now everyone in Kalimantan is talking about that monster snake. Creepy chaser. A peaceful boat ride turned into a scary adventure when something strange appeared in the water. A glowing, circular object started chasing the boat with super fast speed. The people on the boat were shocked. Was it a UFO swimming underwater? Or maybe a giant sea monster pulling a glowing disc? The mysterious object zipped through the water, getting closer and closer. Just when it seemed like it might catch up, the strange chaser suddenly disappeared beneath the waves. The boat's passengers were left wondering what had been following them. The creepy underwater chaser became a mystery that no one could explain. Ghost Leviathan. One day, the military got an urgent call about a huge, strange creature in the ocean. They sent helicopters in to check it out. As the sun was setting, the pilots saw something weird in the water. There was a big whirlpool, like something massive was moving underneath. They flew closer and saw it was a ghost leviathan, an enormous sea monster. They started to document and capture this important discovery. After the exciting mission, the military studied the pictures and decided to go back with all preparations to be caught. Will they be able to catch such a giant creature? I suppose only time will tell. Albanian Nessie. In the Great Prespa Lake, shared by Albania, Greece, and Macedonia, a local spotted what looked like the Loch Ness Monster poking its head out of the water. The person who saw it got scared and called others to come look. But by the time more people arrived, the creature was gone. A video of the strange animal made many people curious. Soon, journalists came to investigate. A retired geography professor showed them around the lake. Everyone wondered if this was a new version of the famous Nessie. giant icy serpent. In East Iceland, a tourist staying at a hotel saw something unbelievable. A giant serpent was swimming in the icy waters of the Jökulsá í Fljótsdal River. The huge creature moved through the cold, glacial water, its long body visible from the hotel's window. But it never came fully out of the water and soon disappeared beneath the surface. News of the sighting quickly spread. Many guests got scared and decided to leave the hotel, not wanting to meet that giant serpent. By chance, were you there? Resting creature. Some people on a boat saw one strange sight, a huge sea monster resting in the water with its head sticking out. The creature looked tired, as if it needed a break from swimming. Its face was like a chimpanzee's, but it had a long tail floating behind it in the water. The boat riders were so shocked by what they saw that they decided to stop their trip right away. Everyone wondered what this weird animal could be. The mysterious resting monster left everyone with a lot of questions. Giant squid.
It has legs and fins and a mouth like that.
Beachgoers got a big surprise when they found a huge squid washed up on the shore. Its body was pale and looked very old, like it had been dead for many years. The squid had short legs and fins, but its body was enormous. People on the beach were amazed and called the authorities for help. These strange creatures usually live deep in the oceans where people can't see them. Finding one on the beach was very rare and exciting for scientists. They came to take the giant squid away so they could further study it.
What animal is this? It's got a weird tail like that.
Possessed fish. A fisherman got a spooky surprise when he caught a lancet fish with a long, sharp bill. Its slender body shimmered with metallic scales, but something was off. Frightened, the fisherman quickly released it, believing the fish was possessed by a spirit. Meanwhile, in San Diego, beachgoers were shocked when two rare deep-sea fish washed ashore.
I would have thought it was like an alien or something. Doesn't it look like that?
Well, that's a creepy looking fish.
First, a 4-foot lancet fish appeared on La Jolla Beach. It had sharp teeth and a long blue-green-black fin. And lastly, on the Washington coast, Dr. Genji Terasaki and Dylan Terasaki found another lancet fish on Westport Beach. This one acted strangely, moving in the waves and then stopping. Scientists were excited, but locals were scared as they thought they were possessed. Oceanographers explained that these fish usually live thousands of feet under the water. She thought they might have come to shore chasing food, or because they'd grown sick. Mermaid gossips. A beach visitor brought his drone to take pictures of the sea, and as he flew it over the water, he caught something amazing. A big group of mermaids were swimming super fast, like they were trying to get away from something. Those mermaids looked scared, moving their tails quickly through the water. The man couldn't see what was chasing them, but he heard a loud, scary noise coming from under the waves. With shaky legs, he ran to tell people over the sea. They got together some divers and scientists to find out what was happening and to help keep those mermaids safe from the scary things in the water. Huge kraken. During a hurricane, a brave reporter was covering the beach when he saw something incredible. Huge arms, like those of an octopus, appeared from the water. The reporter thought it might have been the legendary kraken. Scared by both the monster and the approaching hurricane, that reporter ran away to safety. Alien ship. Some tourists got more than they bargained for during a river boat ride. They saw something unbelievable. A spaceship coming out of the water. The weird-looking craft had blue lights glowing on it. The tourists were amazed and a little bit frightened. They wondered what an alien spaceship was doing in the river. Maybe those aliens came to explore Earth's waters, and now we're just heading back home. Whatever the reason, those tourists sure had an exciting story to tell about their unexpected close encounter. Turkish Loch Ness Monster. In Turkey, people are talking about a monster in Lake Van. For 2 years, there have been stories about a strange creature in those waters. Recently, someone took blurry pictures of something long and dark moving in the middle of the lake. Every time there's a sighting, camera crews rush to the lake hoping to get clear footage. But but so far, no one's managed to film it properly. Some people think it might be Turkey's version of the Loch Ness Monster. The mystery of what's really in Lake Van continues to excite and puzzle everyone. Ancient monster. In 1992, a Japanese team went on an exciting adventure to Lake Tele in the Congo forest. They were looking for something incredible, a living dinosaur. The team believed they might find a plesiosaur, a long-necked water dinosaur from millions of years ago. They even said they saw and filmed creatures like this swimming in the lake. Local Bayaka people have stories about strange creatures in that lake. Some scientists take these stories seriously. If you venture into mysterious waters, just be careful. You never know what ancient creatures you might just encounter. Giant worm. A beachgoer in Xiamen, China found a very strange creature. It looked like a mix between a fish and a caterpillar. The weird animal moved like a caterpillar and had many legs. Before anyone could catch it, it swam away into the water. People wondered if it was a fireworm, a type of sea creature. In another incident though, a fisherman caught a huge fireworm. Now this one has lots of legs and looked very unusual, so the fisherman decided to keep it in an aquarium tank at his house. Oceanic monster. In 2021, research students on a ship near Massachusetts saw something terrifying. A huge shark about 26 meters long swimming around their tall ship. The prehistoric-looking shark made circles in the water, almost like it was thinking about attacking. The students were amazed to see such a massive creature. It was a once-in-a-lifetime sight. They named the shark supposed megalodon because it was unbelievably big. Megalodons are extinct giant sharks, so seeing one would usually be impossible. But when the shark suddenly dove deep, one student noticed a tooth the size of a human hand stuck in the ship's hull, making them wonder if the legends of the megalodon were true after all. Humanoid fish. A beach cleaner in Thailand made a weird discovery. They found a strange creature washed up on the shore. It had a fish's body, but an unusually large head that looked like a baby's. The creature was all white and seemed to be a mix between a human and a fish. Marine officials took it away to study because they'd never seen anything like that before. Later, marine officers said it might be a mutant mermaid. Thresher shark. A ship captain got scared when he saw a weird tail in the ocean heading towards his ship. Looking through binoculars, he thought it was a thresher shark's huge tail. Luckily, that shark didn't hit the ship and swam away into the deep ocean. In another event, tourists were shark hunting on a boat. They almost caught a thresher shark in their trap, but it escaped at the last moment and swam away. This happened near Fort Lauderdale, where thresher sharks sometimes come close to the shore. Elusive creature. A boater saw something strange in a lake, a head that looked like a dinosaur's. It appeared for just a second before disappearing underwater. Later, the boater learned that scientists were doing experiments to create new animal breeds. The creature he saw might have been one of those experiments. The scientists wanted to see if these mixed-up animals could survive in the wild. No one revealed what the creature really was, leaving it as a mystery. The incident made people wonder about the kind of experiments happening in secret. Were you aware of this earlier? Bacterial invasion. A farmer got a big surprise after he watered his field. He saw a group of white particles moving around in a circle. Suddenly, the bubble of particles started spinning clockwise and spread all over the nearby area. Little did he know, this was a bacterial invasion. The tiny organisms multiplied rapidly, turning his farm into a mesmerizing whirl of microbial magic, reminding everyone of the hidden wonders that lie beneath our feet. Seneca Lake Monster. In the deep waters of Seneca Lake, a mystery's been swimming for over 100 years. People have been talking about a strange creature living in the lake since 1900. It all started when some folks on a boat called the Otetiani saw something weird in the water. They thought it had been a flipped over boat, but when they got closer to it, it disappeared. Then they saw a big head come out of the water with sharp white teeth. Since then, many people have tried to find this lake monster. Even though some say it might just be a big fish called a lake sturgeon, others believe there's something special hiding in Seneca Lake. Will anyone ever solve this water mystery? For now, the legend of the Seneca Lake monster lives on. Blue tail. Some beachgoers got the surprise of a lifetime during their seaside picnic. As they were enjoying their sandwiches, a strange creature appeared on the shore. It had the upper body of a bald man, but from the waist down, it had a long blue fishtail. They realized they might be looking at a real mermaid. Excited, they tried to take a closer look, but that mermaid noticed it had been seen, and in a flash, it dove back into the waves, its blue tail splashing as it disappeared into the sea. It's time for today's open discussion. This video from Vietnam caused a global sensation as viewers worldwide questioned the authenticity of what they saw. A mysterious creature emerged from the murky river waters, bearing a striking resemblance to descriptions of a river dragon with elongated ears and a scaly face. Interestingly, locals in Vietnam have previously reported sightings of similar creatures, contributing to widespread beliefs about the existence of dragons, which holds significant cultural importance in the region. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.